The night is quiet, yet the stars seem alive, whispering secrets to anyone who dares to listen. In that silence, a story rises, older than mountains, softer than the breath of dawn. This is not a tale of war, nor of swords clashing, nor of blood staining the earth. It is a tale of wisdom, of choices, of a light that shines not to harm, but to guide. In the heart of Olympus, there lives a goddess whose name echoes through eternity. Athena, guardian of wisdom, protector of balance, the voice of reason in a restless world. She is no stranger to challenges, yet her strength lies not in force, but in clarity of thought. Long ago, whispers told of an object hidden beyond mortal sight, waiting to be found. The spear of justice eternal, a symbol not of battle, but of harmony and truth. Legends say it gleams when honesty speaks and dims when falsehood takes root. Some call it a myth, others a dream carved from the dust of forgotten ages. Yet Athena knows that myths often hold truths deeper than the world can see. This journey is not about conquest, but about reflection and discovery. Tonight, we walk beside Athena as she listens to the call of the unseen. Tonight, we follow her steps into the mystery of the spear of justice eternal. At dawn, the world is hushed, the sky painted in pale gold, and the air carries a weight of mystery. From the temple heights, Athena gazes outward, her eyes sharp, her mind steady, her spirit listening. In the distance, the wind curls around marble columns, carrying whispers that seem older than time. It is not the chatter of mortals, nor the voice of gods, but something softer, almost hidden. The whisper of an oracle, not spoken aloud, but carried in the breath of the morning breeze. Athena tilts her head, hearing the faint call as though the sky itself has chosen her name. The words are fragmented, like light through water, yet their meaning settles deeply in her heart. They speak of a spear, hidden away where shadow meets light, waiting for hands of truth. Not a weapon to strike, not a tool to wound, but a guide for those who seek balance. The spear of justice eternal, forged in silence, carrying neither blade nor edge, only brilliance. Athena closes her eyes, the echo of the oracle winding through her like a thread of fire. She knows this is no command, but an invitation, a path that she alone may choose to follow. Around her, the temple remains still, statues unmoving, owls resting, silence stretching like a veil. Yet beneath that stillness, the world seems to lean closer, waiting to see if she will rise. Athena places her hand upon her chest, feeling the steady rhythm of wisdom guiding her steps. The whisper speaks again, softer now, almost vanishing, urging her to remember who she truly is. Goddess of wisdom, seeker of truth, protector of harmony, guardian of those who walk in fairness. Her journey is not to claim power, nor to hold dominion, but to remind the world of balance. The oracle fades, its last trace dissolving into the light, leaving behind silence more profound than before. Athena breathes deeply, the morning air filling her lungs with promise, clarity, and quiet strength. She senses that the path ahead will not be marked by stones or stars, but by choices. Each step she takes will echo, shaping not only her destiny, but the hearts of those who listen. In her vision, a faint image rises, a silver glow deep within a hidden chamber. The spear waits, not resting, but listening, searching for the hand that will lift it in truth. Athena opens her eyes, the world sharper, brighter, as though the dawn has spoken directly to her. She turns from the temple, her steps measured, calm yet touched with the urgency of calling. The journey has begun, not with fanfare, nor with armies, but with a whisper on the wind. Athena knows the whisper will guide her through places where truth hides in silence and shadow. And so, the story begins, with a goddess listening, and with justice waiting to be revealed. The path leads Athena to a valley where silence feels older than the stones that guard its edge. There stands a library, not carved by human hands, but grown from the roots of time itself. Its walls shimmer like polished ivory. Its doors breathe with the sound of forgotten winds. No mortal has walked these halls in centuries, yet the air hums with restless memory. Athena steps inside, her sandals echoing softly across a floor woven from marble and starlight. The shelves rise higher than mountains, lined with scrolls that glow as though lit from within. Each scroll whispers, its letters shifting, eager to be seen, eager to be heard once more. Athena knows this place well, though she has visited only in visions and dreams of the past. Here lie the secrets of gods and mortals, woven together in fragile threads of wisdom. She lifts a scroll, and the letters bloom into patterns, forming voices that speak directly to her. The tale is of a spear, not born from iron, not born from fire, but from truth itself. It was said to shine only when carried by hands unwilling to bend to lies or pride. Those who sought it for glory saw only shadow, their eyes blinded to its radiant glow. Athena reads on, the scroll weaving a riddle that curls like smoke around her thoughts. The spear rests where silence answers, where reflection speaks, and where echoes guard the path. The words linger, carved into her memory as though etched by the hand of eternity. She pauses, her gaze tracing the shelves where other scrolls flicker with eager flames. Each tells a fragment, yet the meaning is clear. The spear is not a weapon, but a guide. Justice eternal, not forged for war, but to illuminate truth when the world grows dim. Athena closes the scroll, her fingers brushing the glow until it fades gently into silence. Around her, the library seems to sigh, releasing dust that shimmers like constellations in air. She feels the weight of the oracle once more, a thread pulling her deeper into destiny. The library is not just a place of knowledge, but a mirror of choices once made and unmade. Athena breathes in the scent of parchment, of ink older than rivers, of wisdom that never dies. She knows she must follow the riddle, each line a step, each word a sign in the dark. Her mind sharpens, her spirit steadies, for truth is not given, it is uncovered with patience. She turns toward the doors, the shelves humming softly, as though blessing her departure. As she leaves, a final scroll unrolls itself, drifting gently to the floor before her. Its letters spark briefly, whispering a final reminder. Justice is not found, it is lived. Athena smiles, the message clear, her path unfolding like dawn across the silent valley. And so, she carries the riddle within, stepping into the light, guided by wisdom's quiet flame. Athena walks until the valley yields to a plain of silver grass that shimmers beneath the morning light. Ahead, a river winds gently, its surface smooth as glass, reflecting skies deeper than the heavens above. The air is still, carrying only the quiet song of flowing water and the hush of distant breezes. Athena approaches the riverbank, sensing this is no ordinary stream, but one born of truth itself. Its current moves not with speed or force, but with patience, carrying reflections beyond the eye's reach. When she kneels to gaze upon the water, she does not see her face staring back at her. Instead, the river reveals her thoughts, flowing images of choices, doubts, and unspoken memories. The oracle's riddle stirs again within her. Silence answers, reflection speaks, Echoes guard the path. Athena understands. This river is the first gate, demanding honesty not with words, but with self. The waters shimmer brighter, waiting, listening, testing whether she dares to face her own truth. Athena speaks, though her voice is quiet, carried by the current like leaves upon the tide. I am wisdom, yet I falter. I am clarity, yet I sometimes cloud my own sight. The river ripples, showing moments when pride had tempted her, when silence would have been wiser. Athena does not turn away, but watches, her gaze steady, her heart unflinching at her own flaws. She continues, I am protector of justice, yet I know justice requires more than law or decree. Images rise again, faces of mortals who sought her guidance, each carrying burdens of fairness and hope. Athena whispers, justice must listen before it speaks. Justice must weigh before it acts. The river grows calm, the images softening, as though acknowledging her honesty and her reflection. Then the current clears, revealing not thoughts, but light, a silver glow hidden in the depths. The path forward appears across the water, a narrow crossing formed of shining stones. Athena rises, her steps firm, knowing she has faced herself and chosen not to deny truth. She places her foot upon the first stone, the river swirling gently but never breaking the bridge. With each step, the water hums, carrying her reflections behind, leaving clarity in their place. When she reaches the far bank, the glow fades, the stones dissolving back into liquid silence. Athena turns once more to the river, bowing her head in respect to its patient wisdom. She knows this was not a trial to conquer, but a lesson to remember with every choice ahead. For truth, she understands, begins not in others, but within the honesty of one's own heart. The river quiets, its surface smooth again, as though it has returned to timeless sleep. Athena steps away, the riddle now clearer, her spirit lighter, her journey moving toward the next test. And so, she leaves the river of reflection behind, carrying its lesson deep within her soul. Athena journeys onward, the river fading behind her as hills rise gently toward a distant peak of stone. The air grows thinner, carrying the hush of places where words rarely linger and silence holds dominion. The path winds upward, narrow and steep, carved by winds that have sung here for endless ages. Soon she reaches a plateau where the mountain looms, its cliffs catching the first silver of twilight. Here, the oracle's riddle echoes in her mind. Silence answers, reflection speaks, echoes guard the path. The mountain of echoes stands before her, veiled in mist that drifts like breath from unseen mouths. Athena steps forward, her sandals brushing loose gravel, each sound stretching into the air. But the mountain does not return her voice as it should. It returns her intention instead. When she whispers a word, the echo does not repeat the sound, but the meaning beneath it. She speaks truth, and the mountain answers, not with a word, but with a tone of calm certainty. She utters doubt, and the echo wavers, uncertain, scattering into fragments across the stones. Athena pauses, understanding that here words cannot deceive, for the mountain listens to the heart. Her thoughts sharpen, for she knows justice is not only spoken, but carried in silent intent. To climb higher, she must let the echoes measure not her speech, but the spirit behind it. The path narrows into a cavern mouth, dark but glowing faintly with shifting light. She steps inside, and the air vibrates with countless echoes, overlapping, restless, alive with memory. Her own breath returns not as sound, but as a chorus of what she truly feels. Strength, patience, a flicker of pride, a thread of compassion. The mountain weaves them all together. Athena steadies herself, knowing that pride without compassion twists justice into cold stone. She whispers softly, balance, harmony, wisdom. The echoes return, clear and unwavering, steady as truth. The cavern opens into a chamber where walls shine like mirrors of polished obsidian. Each echo takes form, shapes of light and shadow, mirroring her choices, her unspoken resolve. Athena steps closer, facing the reflection of her own spirit, tested by clarity without disguise. The echo of justice answers, not harshly, but with a resonance that settles into her heart. The chamber trembles slightly, then grows still, as though satisfied by the purity of her intent. She feels the path open, a passage revealed, leading upward where the mountain meets the stars. Athena emerges onto a ridge, the world spread below her like a scroll unrolling in silence. The mountain of echoes fades behind, leaving her with a lesson etched deep into her soul. Justice, she now understands, does not dwell only in words, but in the unseen weight of intention. She breathed the cold night air, stars glimmering above, their light guiding her next steps. And so, with heart steady and mind clear, Athena continues, her journey carrying her toward destiny. Athena descends from the mountain ridge, her path winding into a valley bathed in golden twilight glow. The air here feels different, warm yet weightless, as though time itself hesitates to pass too quickly. At the valley's heart lies a garden, its entrance marked by arching branches woven into living gates. Flowers bloom in endless colors, each petal glowing faintly, each fragrance carrying whispers of choices. Athena steps inside, and the garden stirs, its blossoms turning gently as though recognizing her presence. Every path is lined with blossoms, yet no two paths appear the same, each bending into unseen distance. Some flowers glow softly, their scent gentle and calm, carrying peace like a lullaby on the breeze. Others shine fiercely, their fragrance sharp, pulling her toward visions of ambition and power. Athena pauses, realizing this is no ordinary place of beauty, but a map of futures yet unchosen. Each path, each bloom, is a possibility, a thread woven by the loom of decision. She bends toward a pale white flower, its scent carrying the echo of harmony and quiet understanding. Visions rise, villages at peace, disputes softened, people guided by fairness rather than fear. She then touches a crimson bloom, its fragrance heavy, burning with urgency and unyielding command. Visions appear again, cities ruled firmly, justice swift, yet hearts closed beneath the weight of control. Athena steps back, knowing that neither vision alone is complete. For balance cannot live in extremes. The garden seems to hum, acknowledging her awareness, petals shivering in the gentle dusk. She walks deeper, each turn offering more blossoms, each scent a new lesson in choice. One blossom shows kindness without boundaries, yet justice fading, for fairness demands structure too. Another reveals strength without mercy, but justice broken, for truth cannot thrive without compassion. Athena closes her eyes, breathing slowly, letting the scents merge, letting the visions dissolve together. Justice, she understands, is not a single path, not a rigid road, but a living garden. It changes, blossoms, and breathes with those who walk it, never fixed, always unfolding anew. Her steps carry her to the garden's center, where a great tree rises, its branches vast and eternal. At its roots lie blossoms of every color, their fragrances blending into a harmony of truth. Athena kneels there, touching the earth, feeling the pulse of choice beating like a hidden heart. The tree speaks not with words, but with presence, reminding her that every decision shapes the future. She bows her head, promising to carry this lesson beyond the garden's borders and into her path. When she rises, the blossoms bend, their glow softening, as though offering their blessing in silence. A single path now opens before her, clear and steady, lit by the pale glow of starlight. Athena follows it, her heart calm, her mind clear, her spirit carrying the balance she has learned. And so, she leaves the garden of choices, carrying with her the truth that justice blooms in balance. Athena walks beyond the garden's gate, the starlight guiding her along a quiet path toward open fields. The air carries a hush, broken only by the whisper of grass bending with the rhythm of the night wind. Ahead, torches flicker, forming a circle of light where figures sit in calm silence, waiting. They are the council of eternal voices, keepers of wisdom older than any temple or stone. No weapons rest in their hands, no thrones claim their power, only calm presence and steady eyes. Athena approaches slowly, her steps respectful, her spirit steady yet curious of what truth awaits. The eldest among them speaks, not loudly, yet his words ripple like waves across a still lake. Daughter of wisdom, seeker of balance, why do you walk with burden heavier than your years? Athena bows her head, speaking with clarity. I seek the spear of justice eternal, the guide of truth. The circle hums with quiet acknowledgement, their eyes glowing softly as if holding centuries of memory. Another voice rises, smooth and gentle. The spear is not a gift, but a mirror of your own being. Athena listens closely, her heart weighing each syllable, her breath steady against the night air. A woman with silver hair leans forward. Justice is not found in steel, but in how you hold its weight. Athena answers, her tone calm. I know justice must balance compassion and strength, mercy and truth. The council nods, their silence like an embrace. Yet the test they hold remains unspoken. At once, the torches flare, casting shadows that move like living shapes across the ground. Each shadow rises, not as threat, but as reflections of choices Athena has made before. The child she comforted, the traveler she guided, the stern words she spoke when mercy failed. All appear before her, shimmering forms of memory, reminding her of paths chosen and unchosen. Athena stands firm, her gaze soft yet unwavering, accepting both the light and the shadow. One council member whispers, to deny either is to blind yourself. To embrace both is to see. Athena bows, letting the memories settle, neither clinging to regret nor grasping at pride. She breathes deeply and the shadows dissolve, leaving only the circle of fire and stillness. The eldest voice speaks again. The spear waits, but not in stone or treasure. It waits within. A stillness follows, heavy yet freeing, like the pause before dawn breaks upon the horizon. Athena feels it then, a pulse within her chest, a glow not of fire, but of truth. It is not yet the spear, but the beginning of its shape, forming with each step she takes. The council rises together, their torches dimming, their voices merging into one final message. Carry the lessons you have gathered, for justice eternal is not a weapon, but a way of being. Athena bows deeply, gratitude filling her spirit, the weight of wisdom steady in her heart. When she lifts her gaze, the council is gone. Only the stars remain, brighter than before. The path ahead stretches wide, leading her onward, where destiny waits in silence and promise. Athena walks onward beneath the stars, her path stretching into plains where the horizon shimmers with dawn. The air is gentle, carrying scents of earth and rain, as though the world itself prepares to awaken. Ahead rises a vast library, not of stone, but of living branches woven into endless towers of green. Leaves rustle like turning pages, and vines curl upward, holding scrolls woven from threads of light. This is the archive of ages, a place where every choice and truth is written, yet always rewriting itself. Athena enters with reverence, the sound of her steps blending with the whisper of countless histories. Each branch she passes holds stories of mortals and gods, victories and failures, kindness and cruelty. The archive does not judge. It simply remembers, offering reflection to those who dare to look. The guardian appears, cloaked in bark and shadow, eyes glowing softly like embers in quiet night. Its voice is steady. Why do you seek what cannot be held? Child of wisdom and dawn? Athena answers calmly, I do not seek to hold justice, but to walk with it, to let it guide. The guardian nods, leading her deeper, where the air hums with words unspoken, yet felt within. They arrive at a hall where branches twist into mirrors of light, reflecting not faces, but decisions. Athena gazes into one and sees herself choosing silence when truth was needed, regret heavy in her chest. Another mirror shows her speaking truth with too much sharpness, leaving wounds where kindness was due. Each reflection weighs upon her, yet she does not turn away, for each choice is part of her path. The guardian's voice flows again. Justice is not the absence of error, but the courage to learn and rise. Athena bows her head, whispering, Then may my errors serve not as chains, but as teachers of balance. The mirrors ripple, shifting from judgment into clarity, their light warming rather than burning her heart. She steps forward and places her hand upon one mirror, and it softens into a stream of memory. Visions unfold, fields where disputes ended with fairness, towns where her guidance brought understanding. Not perfection, not flawlessness, but growth, slow and steady, shaped by intent and humility. The guardian watches silently, its eyes reflecting both sorrow and pride, as though it has seen this before. Then it speaks. The spear will take form not from victory, but from the weaving of wisdom into choice. Athena breathes deeply, her spirit steady, knowing the journey is shaping her as much as the goal. She leaves the hall, the mirrors dimming, the archive humming softly, as though blessing her resolve. At the exit, the guardian bows, its form dissolving into bark and wind, returning to silence. Athena steps back into the plains, dawn breaking fully, the sky painted with rose and gold. Her path is brighter now, her stride stronger, her heart steady with the lessons of the archive. And so she walks on, toward the horizon, where justice awaits in yet another hidden form. Athena continues her journey, the plains fading behind as the land rises into cliffs carved by wind and time. The sea spreads before her, vast and endless, its waves glowing silver beneath the light of the rising moon. A bridge of stone arches outward, reaching across the waters, but it is broken midway, crumbled by ages past. At the edge of the bridge waits a figure cloaked in mist, its outline shifting with each whisper of the tide. It is the keeper of reflections, guardian of the waters where truth and illusion intertwine. Its voice drifts like waves. To walk farther, you must cross not with feet, but with what lies within. Athena bows slightly, knowing the trial ahead is not one of strength, but of clarity and resolve. The waters below stir, forming images that ripple and break, showing fragments of possibilities. She sees herself standing victorious, the spear in her hand, crowds cheering, her name sung for eternity. Yet another vision shows her alone, forgotten, walking paths where no one remembers her deeds. The keeper asks, "Do you seek justice for yourself, or for those who may never speak your name?" Athena closes her eyes, breathing deeply, letting the question weigh upon her spirit like stone. She answers firmly, "Justice is not mine to own. It is for those who live after, those unseen." The waters calm, the waves folding back into silence, the illusions fading into moonlit clarity. The broken bridge shimmers, fragments rising from the sea, forming steps of light and memory. Athena steps forward, each stride steady, the bridge shaping itself beneath her with every choice. Halfway across, the sea stirs again, forming shapes of doubt, voices whispering in the salt wind. They echo, "What if justice fails? What if mercy weakens truth? What if wisdom is ignored?" Athena feels the weight of the doubts, yet she carries them, not denying their place in the path. She whispers into the night, "Doubt is not my enemy. It is the question that sharpens my resolve." The voices soften, fading into the tide, leaving only the sound of waves against stone. At last, she reaches the far side, the bridge solid behind her, glowing softly before fading to mist. The keeper appears once more, its form now clear, eyes like still pools reflecting starlight. It speaks. "You have crossed not with feet, but with truth carried in your heart, steady and unshaken." Athena bows her head, gratitude filling her, the lesson settling deep within her spirit. The keeper lifts its hand, and from the waters rises a shard of light, small yet radiant. It floats into Athena's palm, warm and steady, a fragment of the spear of justice eternal. She holds it gently, not as possession, but as promise, knowing more fragments yet await. The sea grows calm once more, the moonlight guiding her forward to the next horizon. And so Athena walks on, the shard glowing faintly, her heart steady, her journey far from complete. Athena walks inland from the shore, the shard of light in her hand glowing softly with every heartbeat. The land changes once more, shifting into rolling hills crowned with standing stones older than memory. Each stone hums faintly, a resonance that vibrates like a chorus of voices layered through endless time. This is the circle of resonance, where every decision ever made echoes through eternity, shaping destiny. Athena steps between the stones, the air heavy with presence, yet alive with unseen currents of truth. The shard in her hand glows brighter, as if awakened by the voices that stir within the circle. A low hum rises, then words form, countless voices weaving into one question carried on the wind. Will you wield justice as command, or as covenant shared with those it touches? Athena steadies her breath, feeling the weight of the question press upon her spirit. She answers with calm resolve. Justice cannot be owned nor forced. It must be walked together, not alone. The stones shimmer faintly, their resonance deepening, as though acknowledging her words with quiet approval. Suddenly, images spill forth, weaving around her like streams of light alive with memory. She sees rulers who twisted justice into control, their legacies built on fear but crumbling into silence. She sees humble voices who chose fairness quietly, their names forgotten, but their impact enduring. Each vision weaves into the air, testing her resolve, reminding her that justice is fragile, yet enduring. Athena bows her head, not in submission, but in respect for the balance she must carry. The voices grow softer, their countless tones blending into a harmony that wraps around her spirit. Then, the shard in her palm rises, spinning gently, drawing toward the heart of the circle. From the stones emerges another shard, darker yet gleaming, born from the weight of consequence. The two shards merge together, forming a larger fragment, glowing with both light and shadow. Athena holds it carefully, knowing justice must carry both, the light of truth and the shadow of choice. The circle grows quiet again, the stones still yet alive with silent watchfulness. One final voice rises, deeper than the rest, as though speaking from the roots of time itself. Justice eternal is not perfection, but harmony of imperfection shaped with wisdom. Athena bows once more, her heart steady, her purpose clearer than before. She steps from the circle, the hills opening before her, the horizon glowing with evening fire. The shard rests in her hand, warm and alive, its glow pulsing gently like a heartbeat. She feels the spear taking form, not yet whole, but gathering strength with every trial she endures. The path stretches ahead into shadowed valleys, where her next test already waits unseen. Athena walks on north, her stride steady, her spirit guided by the resonance of truths carried within. The valley before Athena lies quiet, shadowed by mountains that rise like guardians of hidden truth. A river winds through the dark gorge, its waters whispering secrets carried from ancient depths unknown. The shard in her hand glows softly, guiding her steps as twilight settles heavy upon the land. She feels the pull of destiny, a call that leads her toward the river's heart where silence waits. At the riverbank, the air thickens, and a figure appears, cloaked in mist and shimmering faintly. The figure speaks with a voice both gentle and firm, a balance of wisdom and unyielding clarity. You have gathered shards of truth, shadow, and choice, yet the final test remains before you. Athena steadies herself, sensing the weight of the moment, her resolve sharpened by all she has endured. The figure raises a hand, and the river glows, revealing countless reflections flowing like living memory. Each reflection shows her own image, brave, doubtful, proud, weary, mirrors of the paths she could take. The voice echoes, "The spear of justice eternal cannot be forged until you confront yourself fully." Athena gazes into the waters, seeing the countless faces of who she is and who she may be. She sees the warrior who leads with command, her voice strong, but her heart closed to others. She sees the guide who listens deeply, her power shared, but her burden heavy and unending. She sees the scholar who seeks truth alone, her wisdom vast, yet her touch distant and cold. Each reflection tempts her with certainty, but each carries its own shadow of loss and imbalance. Her breath deepens as she whispers, "Justice is not one path. It is many woven into harmony." The reflections shift, blending together, forming a single image of herself balanced yet unfinished. The shard in her hand rises, glowing brighter, and from the river emerges the final fragment. It is clear as crystal, yet alive with color, carrying the essence of unity and self-acceptance. The fragments fuse together in her grasp, the spear forming whole, radiant with balanced light. It hums with resonance, not of command, but of covenant, a harmony born of choice and wisdom. The figure in mist bows, fading into the river, leaving only silence and the flowing current. Athena lifts the spear high, feeling its weight and strength, not as a weapon, but as a guide. The valley brightens with dawn's first light, golden rays spilling across the mountains and waters. She knows her journey is not an end, but a beginning, a vow to walk justice endlessly. With steady steps, she leaves the valley, the spear in hand, her spirit aligned with eternity. The path ahead stretches wide, and the world waits for the choices she will help shape. Athena walks on, her stride firm, her purpose clear, carrying the spear of justice eternal into dawn. Athena stands at the edge of a high plateau, the dawn light stretching wide across endless horizons. The spear of justice eternal rests in her hand, glowing gently, not with power, but with quiet harmony. The journey through trials has shaped her, not into a conqueror, but into a guardian of balance. She gazes outward, sensing the countless voices of humanity waiting for fairness, hope, and guidance. The spear hums faintly, its resonance weaving with her own heartbeat, reminding her of its true nature. It is not a weapon, nor a crown, but a vow carried in every step, every word, every choice. The trials taught her justice is fragile, yet eternal when shared, nurtured, and lived with wisdom. She recalls the ruins where silence spoke, the labyrinth where trust was tested, the circle of resonance. Each moment was a mirror of truth, each choice a thread that wove into the spear now complete. Athena breathes deeply, feeling the air alive with promise, the world waiting for its next chapter. She understands now that justice is not static, not bound to one place or time, but ever evolving. The spear belongs not to her alone, but to all who walk the path of fairness with courage. She raises it toward the sky, and the dawn brightens, as if the world itself acknowledges her vow. Birdsong rises from the valleys, rivers shimmer with light, mountains gleam with quiet dignity. Even the silence feels alive, carrying the whisper of futures yet to be written with care. Athena lowers the spear, smiling gently, knowing her role is not to rule, but to serve. Her strength lies not in command, but in listening, guiding, and walking alongside the countless unseen. The world does not need a single hand of justice, but many hearts choosing fairness together. She begins her descent from the plateau, each step steady, the spear shining softly in the morning. Villages will see her arrive not as legend, but as a companion who brings wisdom without demand. Cities will hear her words not as command, but as invitation to shape balance with their own hands. Her path stretches wide, without end, a living covenant between the divine and the mortal. Athena's eyes shine with certainty, her spirit quiet yet unshakable, carrying both shadow and light. The spear of justice eternal hums, alive not with finality, but with infinite beginnings yet to come. She walks onward, her stride firm, her heart open, her voice ready to guide and to learn. Above, the sky deepens with golden fire, the sun rising fully, blessing the path she now follows. And so the tale closes, not in final triumph, but in eternal promise, carried into every tomorrow. Athena's journey continues, as does justice, living and breathing in the choices of all who walk.